Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by. Collins, you have to wait a little bit. Let me just introduce people. Thank you so much. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, good night, good whatever time it might be in your location. God is good all the time. Smile, say hi to people. It doesn't cost you anything. It's going to make somebody's day. All right? So feel free to call us. I'm going to be here for a little while discussing about football in general and Chelsea in particular. So feel free to join us just like Collins did. Collins, you can go on, bro, while I'm fixing certain things on the screen already. Collins, unmute yourself. Wait. A lot of echoes. A lot of echoes.
You can hear me, right?
Yes. We can hear you
Okay.
having some fighting with your door or something.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I'm very happy. It's good to have me here. So I'm happy to be here. So most things we are going to discuss, I'm happy to contribute.
Yes, sir. Skylar is in the building. Brother, what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, look, obviously crazy 48 hours for Chelsea and Chelsea fans, but you guys seem to be doing really good, by bringing in players. And even as a United fan, I can't lie. I mean, the prospect of watching Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia, and Kunku, in one team, it is exciting. And the way you have achieved. Yeah, and the way you have and the way you have achieved all of that is by selling bums like Mason Mount to United and Kai Havertz to Arsenal. That's how you have done it. I mean, look, I don't want to take too long. Obviously, we'll get into all of this, but I've seen so many people cry about FFP and what's FFP doing for Chelsea and all those kind of nonsense stuff. I mean, look, whatever Chelsea are doing, they're doing for the benefit of their club because they have ambitions. Boli is not coming here to make. He wants to make money. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, you're not buying a club for 2.2 billion to just, by virtue of it.
Just for pleasure. He's not Abramovich. He's investing money, but he knows the more he invests, the more successful the club is gonna be, the more money he's gonna make. So at some point, it's gonna be producing a lot of money. So people just see him spending, but it's gonna produce a lot of money. You're right.
Exactly. And today I was listening to this guy on Talk Sports. He was the financial advisor for Man City, and he was talking about Todd Bowley, and he was saying people don't know business basically, especially the financial side of things. What Todd Bowley is doing, he's spending a lot of money, but he's also keeping in mind to accelerate the success. That's the word you use, accelerating the success.
Yeah.
He's not just buying players for the sake of it. Obviously, you want Chelsea to be a brand, but the players you are buying now, they look very, fixed in your team. So, as I mentioned, even I'm excited as a United fan, which has no relation to your club.
Yeah, no problem. So, Mr. Boaz, you are saying that sometimes you have to put polls to get more people. Well, every single show I have polls. Even on my videos, probably you don't see it, but it's there. Just double check. You will see poll every single video or every single live stream. That's the thing that I do first. Like I will schedule a video for like tomorrow or next Sunday, like Chelsea against West Ham. But I already put a poll there, so you have just to figure out how to find the poll. Probably it's not showing up in your location, but that's what I do first. Mr. Desmond say, good evening. CFC still need proper striker and a goalkeeper. We wait for our opponent. I'm telling it's gonna become hot player. Okay, kind of get what you're saying. We need another. I wanted to say we need Kepa. We need somebody else to replace Kepa because as you can tell on your screen if you're watching on YouTube, Kepa Arrizabalaga being presented at Real Madrid. So he's going to be there for a year. If he does good, he might stay. But I don't see him coming back to Chelsea, to be honest with you. Chelsea need to find a very good number two, but also who can really push Robert Sanchez to the limit. Sanchez is not perfect. He's going to make a lot of mistakes. So that is a good point. We need really a goalkeeper. And number 9, proper number 9. Looks like Pochettino don't want another number 9. He want to give a chance to Armando Broja. I'm not too sure about Armando Broja after that ACL injury. But you're right. We need goals. We need a proper target man. Can you imagine if Broja didn't get that ACL injury? Man, the unluckiest kid on the planet, really. Because last season he was going to have plenty of games. And this season he was going to kill it under Pochettino. But when you got the ACL injury, my friend, I don't count on you anymore. I'm sorry. That is just my biased opinion. Collins, now you can go. Whatever topic you want to bring on the table, let's go.
I think we'll take it one by one. I love everything you just said. But for me, people are talking about striker. There are so many ways we can contribute to our goals. Because we have one game this season. With what Jackson have displayed in our preseason and our first match, you can see that Jackson is going to score a lot of goals. People because of that Liverpool game. If you watch his contribution in that game, you know that Jackson is going to torment a lot of defenders. He played against Van Dijk.
Oh, you're talking about Nicholas Jackson?
Yeah,
yes.
Because these are two big, huge guys. Van Dijk and Konate, they are very big, huge guys. And
he bullied them. He completely destroyed them. And the few chances that he missed, I think he was already like very tired running.
It's a very tight chance. It's not everybody can see. It's a very tight chance. So I'm not going to blame him that chance. But what I'm looking at Jackson, his movement, his contribution, he come in and contribute, you understand? So he play with the team. So that is one thing I like about Jackson. So I'm not scared about Jackson.
But the problem we're saying here, we need a squad depth. We have the squad depth pretty much in every position. And Jackson is not going to play 38 games. Let's be honest here. And sometimes he need also to play 2 in front. We need a different profile for different games. There will be some games where you need somebody who play like with his back to the goal.
Hold on. That is why, with the kind of strikers Pochettino wants in Chelsea, I keep telling people when you talk about Vlahovic and talking about Lavia, I don't think Chelsea are going for this. What Chelsea like is Felix, the guy I used to follow, is a very good. He's doing a very good content into it. What I'm talking about.
I will come back to you. We have some breaking news here from France.
Olise.
Yes, so Michael Olise already agreed. Like Crystal Palace and Chelsea, let me finish reading here. I will come back to you. Michael Olise and Chelsea, let's say Crystal Palace with Chelsea already agreed in principle the fee and everything about Michael Olise. And Olise also agreed personal terms with Chelsea Football Club. So many big outlets back there in France, L'Equipe and RMC, and many big journalists in France been reporting that. We're still waiting for like Fabrizio Romano to confirm it in England, but it looks like Michael Olise is in good terms to join Chelsea Football Club. Yes, Skylar, what do you think about Olise at Chelsea Football Club?
Yeah, man. I think he's a good player. Obviously, no, I don't have very good memories with Michael Olise because last time he played Palace, we were winning 1-0, and this guy came up with a free kick in the 88th minute, and
you remember, right?
Yeah.
He refused to celebrate that goal. He was like,
that's what I was coming to. Yeah, he was like, I'm just doing my job. So he doesn't really celebrate goals.
Yeah, that's what I said. He said like, when the postman come to your house and drop a mail, do you thank him? That is his job. So scoring goals is my job. So this guy his interview like cold and funny. Yeah.
I mean, look, but the prices I'm seeing reported like 30 million, 35 million. I think those are fake. I think Palace will minimum want 60 million because they just sold Zaha for basically nothing. And considering
Yeah,
how much
he
money you
left
guys are
on
paying for
free, right?
players,
Yeah.
they are not going to be agreeing anything less than 50, especially
Well,
what
the
you paid
problem is
for a
he got.
relegated midfielder.
Yeah, the problem
Yeah.
is he got a release clause. He been confirmed by big
Oh, okay.
sources. He got
How
35
much?
million release clause. The
Oh,
problem with
okay.
Chelsea now is they're trying not to pay that release clause. Pay a little bit more money so they can have
Mm-hmm.
better payment term for the financial fair play. The same thing they
You mean
did with
wages?
Jackson. Yeah, Jackson had a release clause. Chelsea paid a
Okay.
little bit more just so they can have payment over the years for the financial fair play. So that was the issue with Chelsea Football Club. But yeah,
Okay. So you
35
want to
million.
give Palace
Yeah.
like 40 million and probably reduce, give him like 120, 130 grand, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
So Mr.
he's
CS.
a he's a he's a midfielder, right? Olise, like he's an
Well, he
attacking
can play
midfielder,
from
isn't
the
he?
midfield. He can play as a winger. He can play as number 10. He's very versatile with a very deadly left foot. So I don't know what position really Pochettino is going to use him. But whatever. We need another, even if he play from the midfield, probably as a number 8. But mostly it's going to be number 10 or a winger, helping like Noni Madueke from the left-hand side or something like that.
Yeah,
And
so Romano has confirmed it.
oh,
Release
yeah?
clause was there. Yeah, release clause was there for Olise despite denials, and it has been activated by Chelsea.
Good. Here we go, people. Mr. Olamide, after you, we're going to go to Collins. What do you think? Michael Olise to Chelsea Football Club. Here we go. Hello, Olamide.
Yeah, brother, please. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm really happy to see what is happening in my team. Last season, if you can remember, I was at somewhere. I told you that what can solve our problem in the team is that we should change the whole team. You said, how can someone change the whole first with the whole thing? And you see, it's happening now, and everyone is happy with it. So I think now I'm more than the happiest man in the whole world. So I'm happy for everything which is happening right now. I'm very, very happy.
Yeah, I remember you saying that we have to change everybody because, yeah, so you got it right. Collins, Olise.
Yeah, already when it comes to, like I was saying before, I think honestly already the interest have already been there. It's just that Tracy are trying to get the feedback concerning his injury, and finally they have received the feedback concerning injury. So that is why they go in straight away and active the clause. So I think Olise and Lavia, both of them are going to be closed this week and before West Ham game. So he's not going to start again now. He's going to return by September. He's not going to start now, but
No,
he's going to
he's still
return.
recovering from that surgery.
So yeah. So for me, Olise, because he's just coming back home. He's a Chelsea academy player, so he's just coming back home. His brother also there, so I think it's a better environment for him to grow his football. And like I keep saying, there are so many ways for us to contribute when it comes to our game and our goals. This is like I keep hearing information that we should keep watching Kudus. You understand? Because you remember when people said Kudus is going to Brighton. Brighton have agreed with Ayers. The guy don't want to move. Yesterday, a few days ago, West Ham have agreed, tried to negotiate with Ayers about Kudus. He don't want to listen because he believes only just have made inquiry about Kudus. So Kudus believe I see that Kudus sign is
Well,
going to be by
Michael
next
Olise
week.
coming to Chelsea, that means Olise, Kudus is not going to come. Probably next year,
No,
but
Kudus.
right now,
No,
no.
Kudus is going to come. Let me tell you why Kudus is going to come. Before Olise, because Nkunku injury changed everything. Before we don't want to buy Disasi, but because of Fafana injury, turn everything. Before we wanted to get a winger that will support Madeke and Nkunku. Now Nkunku now, because after the whole medical report, Nkunku is going to return full fitness by January. So by January, and Jackson also going to go for African Nations Cup by January, then you need goals some one way or the other. So that is why they are bringing Kudus. And if you look at Kudus, it's a very small price that Chelsea can deal with it. And if you watch this week, people have turned to, when it comes to Liverpool, I'm not even against Man U player, Man U fans. When it comes to Liverpool and Arsenal fans, they have turned to rabbit. They now turn to accountant. They know everything about FFP. People don't understand this Chelsea project. You remember when we bought Modric, everybody was talking that Chelsea handed Modric 350,000 pounds, 450,000 pounds. When they now find out that Modric is only 90,000 pounds, everybody kept quiet. Enzo Fernandez is around that kind 100,000 pounds. All these guys you see coming, they have this secure because of this long contract. Because sometimes players prefer long contract because nobody knows their future. Tomorrow, ACL can happen to you. Your career may just end. So those long contracts, people prefer it. With that, you can lower your wages. Then and the way Chelsea is now, once Chelsea qualify for Champions League, your salary can now rise. But if you are not on Champions League, your salary go down. So everybody is talking about as if they work in financial office, but they don't know this project. Most of people are buying into this idea. If you look at this project, it's project that people are believing in it and it's going to achieve a lot. All of them are growing the same age, the same character, the same idea, the same everything. So imagine when you are in an environment, you are in the same condition with your mate. It's easy for you to interact with somebody than when you are there with an old person. You may be scared of talking to that person. But when you see look at, I imagine Kone Chukwuemeka was messaging Lavia, all these people. Kochukwu that is just been in Chelsea within 2 weeks now is interacting with Lavia just to show you that
Yeah, there is a
connection that
chemistry, there is a togetherness, and we have a very good project.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to you,
Yeah.
my brother Bobby Smokey in the building.
Hey, big up,
Big up, man. Big up.
big up, guys.
Yes, sir.
I'm just sort of rewatching the Liverpool game. Listen, there's something that I think has run its course and has been brutally exposed. They tried to destroy Chelsea. What they've succeeded in doing is making Chelsea 100 times stronger, and they're incensed. Look, we're fed up with all this sort of Liverpool, Man United, all this saltiness. Anytime Chelsea tries to do something, they try to find ways and reasons to draw them back. Now, all of a sudden, every single Liverpool fan is an accounting specialist, a specialist in FFP, and all this BS. I'm really thankful for people like Simon Jordan, who are at least rather even in their thought processes. Simon Jordan is not a Chelsea fan. He was a former owner of Crystal Palace. He has no skin in the game. But he's an honest guy, and he says it as it is. He has pointed out Chelsea's FFP position. And by the way, what the hell does it matter to Liverpool and their flipping fans? It's because they're salty. They went for two players in a mistimed way. The players rejected them. Instead of you to have some self-respect and look at other targets and just shrug your shoulders and say, okay, you're getting salty, you're getting spiteful, you're getting nasty, which is what you've always been to Chelsea. It's just that this has just exposed you for who you are. They're looking very stupid at the moment. They're looking very unprofessional. And all the efforts of their media people and their football authorities people can't mask it. It is embarrassing.
I even made a video this morning on the GFC channel, and the title is FFP for Dummies. Just I collected some of the clips from expert people who understand how finances works. Not those copy paste kind of narratives and agendas to show that Chelsea is still in the green until next year, like around July, where we have to balance some books. We have all the time in the world, and we still on the green. So many details, the pandemic, the sales of the club. There are so many things that people don't understand. They just want to highlight there. Chelsea almost spent 1 billion. They don't talk about the sales. They don't talk about the wages that we are getting rid of, all the big wages. They don't talk about our profit. We don't talk about what we're doing, the commercial revenues and everything. They
Yeah,
refuse to talk
the
about it.
new
It's just like, okay,
sponsorships
put some
are
numbers out
coming.
there just to, to make people think that they are illegal. But hey, let
Just to
them
tarnish
cry.
the club.
Let them cry.
But well, I'm glad it's getting pointed out. This tactic, they've done this for a long time. They've attacked Roman Abramovich with it for a long time, and we're fed up with it. They pretend they don't spend money. Yeah, right. He went and dropped 111 million for a player. Liverpool were the people that actually inflated that price. Chelsea spent 3 months trying to keep it under 100 million. Look, I'm just fed up with all this gaslighting and spin and negativity and tarnishing of Chelsea. What's happened at Chelsea Football Club is that they've got very, very intelligent owners, financially sound owners. I remember when Todd Bowley, when interviewed, said, "Look, we are very aware of FFP. We know all about it." And boy, they're showing they know all about it. Now, we finished 12th last season. It wasn't planned, but amortization, yet again, because of Chelsea and their detractors, the UEFA quickly ran to make sure that this summer it was only 5 years. But the Premier League are slightly slower off the mark. They haven't done that
Yeah.
yet, although they're going to now. And so Chelsea, if they're out of Europe for another year, have an added year of amortization. That's why some of these contracts are 6 years plus one. There was a reason why Caicedo was 8 years plus one, and that was due to all this sell-on uh, um, clause issue. Look, we have very smart people running the club. And rather than just admire them, because I know very soon they're going to copy them, as always, Chelsea set the pace and everybody copies and want to be Chelsea. But just admire what they're doing. These guys are putting together perhaps one of the most formidable young squads in world football. They have started a project that is massive. The scale of Blueco project with the satellite clubs and the issue of building the stadium and everything they're doing is admirable. Why not just admire them? Say, okay, these guys are doing something special. Let's see how it pans out. No, your jealousy, green-eyed monster shows, and the worst thing about it is that you start getting spiteful, start getting nasty. You use your media to try and negatively slur a club. Enough is enough of that. Chelsea
Yes,
fans
sir.
ain't taking it no more. We're
Yeah.
coming out smoking and we're calling it out for what it is, just like I'm doing right now. And just
Thank you.
before I drop, I want to ask a question.
Yes,
Is the
sir.
Lavia deal actually done yet? I know a lot has been agreed and that, but I haven't seen any posts about the medical that was supposed to
He's
be
done.
done today.
He's done. He's
It's
done.
done.
What what
Yeah, he's
what
done.
Is
what
there
player are
any
you
tier
asking
one that
for?
has confirmed that?
What
Is there
what
Lavia.
Lavia? Well, I
Yeah, he's
haven't
done.
Lavia
seen
is what
any
I'm
confirmation, but
no.
I know, but trust me,
Fabrizio Romano said that
from
it
the
might be
report,
confirmed
from the
today.
report,
He just
yeah, from the report,
confirmed.
he's done.
He just confirmed. Uh, Michael Olise. Fabrizio Romano
Yeah.
just confirmed that we just took the release clause. We just, it's done. So Romano confirmed. All the big outlet in France confirmed. But stay alerted because very soon Lavia is gonna be confirmed because we can't let him down. Just like we couldn't let
No, we're not going to let him down. It's
because
just
he chose us and then you don't change that.
no, no.
He's
We're
already
we're
in
we're,
London. He's
we're
already
not
in
going to
London.
let him down. It's just that people are saying things, and I'm like, well,
No,
he's
don't.
actually
Yeah, let them
Hello,
dream.
hello. What I heard, because I watched some of Romano this thing today. I said the deal is almost closed. It's almost done. That is what I watched on Romano's channel this morning. So I think it's possible coming to Chelsea for sure. So I think the deal is almost done. So maybe
my
probably by the end of the today or tomorrow, I think it will be announced.
announced. My advice to all these salty clubs focusing their energy on trying to talk about Chelsea's finances and getting silly. Go and look for other players. Look out there. You were boasting how good you are at unearthing talents and all that. Right now, all you're doing is looking at any player Chelsea is looking at. Oh, Chelsea wants this player. I'm going to go there. There are still players there for you to go and recruit. Now, prove yourselves and go and get these players because these other players that have turned you down, they've gone. They're behaving like that guy. You know that guy that went for the girl and the girl said no and they can't take no for an answer and then they become persistent and turn into this stalking pervert. That's how they're behaving.
Yes, sir.
You,
Let's hear a little bit from Skylar, so we don't like scared him away because he's from Manchester United. They always appreciate other fans from other teams. So Skylar, there is a problem. Yesterday, just be honest with me, my brother. Penalty or not penalty?
Oh, okay. You're talking about the Wolves game, right?
Yes, yesterday.
Yeah, 100% penalty. Even when he was getting checked, I was in my mind, I was convinced that's a penalty. But these guys,
The
didn't
VAR
give it.
decided they've been suspended, all of them. The referee, the VAR
Yeah, they
people.
won't be refereeing for this week. Yeah, all
Skylar,
of them.
can I say something that I'm sure you would like to hear? I've
Yeah.
watched it over and over again. And yes, when I first saw it, I said, yeah, clear penalty. But doesn't a goalkeeper have the right to claim in his
He didn't
box?
touch the ball, bro. He didn't
Oh,
But
touch
he
the
didn't
ball.
touch the ball. He has the right, but he didn't execute his right correctly, right? I mean, he didn't
yeah,
grab the
yeah.
ball.
He fumbled,
Yeah, so
basically,
I
and
mean,
just
look, the
clumsily attacked
PGMOL,
it.
they apologized and said that it was a mistake. I mean, these guys don't apologize for anything. So if they are apologizing, it's a penalty for sure.
Yeah. They got away with 3 points. The problem with apologies is it's not going to change any damn thing. Any point count for a team like Wolves. They don't have a big budget. The manager just left because there is no money for him to spend. And they got this O'Neill guy.
And
Every
it
single
impacts on
point
every other
count.
Premier League club. It
Yeah.
impacts on them. What if fourth place or fifth place is determined by 3 points
Exactly. Every
between Man
single
United
point
and another
count.
club?
And it's not sure that they were going to score that penalty. I understand that. But just at least apply the laws. If they miss the penalty, that is another story. But just give them a penalty, man. So yeah, I've seen like many Manchester United fans like saying, "Oh, how about last season? How about this and that?" They're just bringing like, what about this? What about this? Why can't you just like treat one problem after another one? You have just to drag some other thing. Oh, look, last season it was this and that. Oh man, we're talking about today, this penalty here.
Yeah, I mean, look, about this penalty, we do agree that most of us, even if you look at the Twitter page of Wolves after full time, most of the comments are from United fans. They said that we got away with one. And the big reason we got away with one is, as we mentioned, as I was just hearing, Bobby rant about other clubs. That's how Chelsea is spending all this, and rightfully, look, I'm not jealous of it because Chelsea are not doing anything illegal. When you are shifting, bum players like Mason Mount to clown clubs like United, and our manager is willing to buy him. Look, I was willing to give Mason Mount a chance in the preseason. I wasn't convinced. I didn't want him. Most United fans didn't want him, and we just are accepting it because it was a signing by Ten Hag. And if Mason Mount, I'll tell you, this is only the first game week, and if he persists with Mason Mount and Bruno in the midfield, I think we are not going to be finishing fourth because that doesn't work. Because this guy and Bruno they're too similar, and Casemiro is left to do a lot of defending. I don't know if you watched yesterday's game. This both of the Mateus Cunha and Mateus Nunes, they ran through our midfield like hot knives through butter. And Mason Mount again, this is like his 7th game, if you include the preseason. Invisible. I don't think he touched the ball more than 15 times, and he's wearing the number 7. So that's how Chelsea are doing great business. They shifted Havertz for 60, Mason Mount for 55. So I can't really, first of all, as United fans, we cannot even complain about FFP because we are the club which spent 80 million on Harry Maguire, and who is not willing to leave the club, who is not willing to leave the club, and he wants
Listen,
a 7
I
million
heard,
payoff.
yeah,
Yeah,
I heard that he's demanding like I don't know,
yeah, he
50
wants
million
7
or so.
million.
Wow,
Yeah,
7 million.
because his wages are now going to be 100 grand a week, and he wants 7 million payoff. So we are the last
Ah.
club to be complaining about FFP when you are buying player like Mason Mount and Harry Maguire. So
Oh my goodness, I
yeah, man. Look,
have a good life.
as
Have
I
a
am
good
not
life.
salty about what Chelsea are doing. I think they are doing wonderful business. They
Mm,
have their targets, and you mentioned about the project. All these players are not just young, but they are also semi-prem proven as well.
yeah,
So whatever their growth is, even if they flop, you can just sell them for double the value, or at least get your money back. So yeah,
yeah.
that's a club with ambition and a roadmap to success.
It is what it is, Mr. People's Republic. Tell us about Olise. You just gave me the news here. You want to talk about Olise, or you want to start with Manchester United and how we scam them when it comes to Mason Mount? What do you want
I
to say?
hear that even I don't know if this is true. Liverpool was also interested in Olise, and Chelsea about to sign him for 44 million. Is this true?
I never heard about Liverpool. That could be just a banter. It was Manchester
City were
City,
interested in him.
It's
and
Man City.
Chelsea.
Man
But
City and
City,
Chelsea.
They're getting him for less than 34, not 44, less than 34 million.
well, the problem is we're gonna pay more than that because we try to find a structure. We try to pay a little bit more so we can get a better payment terms in order to comply with the financial fair play. So we're not going to pay the release clause of 35 because we have then to pay cash because it's the release clause. So we're gonna make a deal with them. Okay, you take 40, but we're gonna pay you in 5 years or 6 years or whatever it's gonna be. That is
Even Lavia is 50. People were saying, oh, we have to meet Liverpool's.
yeah. No, he wanna come to Chelsea. 50, yeah, 50 plus some add-ons due to his performances. Yes, People's Republic, I cut you off. Let's go.
Do you know the way? Do you know? I was going to ask you about Caicedo, Lavia, Enzo. Do you know approximately what their weekly wages are? Because
Well, I think it's very cheap now. We are trying to offer them longer contract, but with like less than 100 million. Oh, 100K a week. So I don't know exactly, but it's less, way less,
Endo
way
Fernandez is
less.
on 110. Endo Fernandez is on 110. Modric is on 90,000. So if Enzo Fernandez, who is your key player, who can be on 110, so Caicedo can be in that could be 120, that bracket of what none of them is close
Yeah,
to 150.
nobody is gonna be cheap. That's why we have to try to ship Kukureya and Raheem Sterling because they're still like, the one with a lot of money. Thiago Silva is understandable. He deserves that money, and this is his last season. So yeah, and the Reece James, he got a contract in a moment like we really needed to keep him. So there will always be some exceptions here and there, but now we are offering really low wages. You got a long contract, so you don't have to complain about your wages. It's based on performance. And also look at what happened to Wesley Fofana, long contract like 8 years, and then boom, ACL injury. You never know even you're gonna get him back. So this is the guarantee that you have as a player when you sign a long-term contract, because your future is sorted out no matter what's gonna happen to you. So
if Fofana, let's say Fofana, they gave him whatever 6, 7, 8 year contract, and he's now kaput, maybe permanently. Let's say he's not going to ever play again.
He will play, but not in the level that he was going to achieve. It will take him time even to come to the level that he was before the injury. And then, when you have an ACL injury, it's always little nickels here and there. And, your knee is not stable anymore. It's a lot of issues after that kind of injury.
My question being,
Mr. Republic,
they must be
I
insured.
understand your question.
Are they insured somehow? Chelsea, do they have an insurance policy or something, so they don't have to pay him for 8 years if he's never going to play again? Or how does that work?
No, look let me tell you something. Let me tell you, there's no insurance here. The thing is there is all about this is your contract. But what they are going to do, if you watch Reje's interview when he was confirmed as captain of Chelsea, the problem we have during Fafana injury and the Reje's Chilwell because
You are breaking, bro.
Both
You have a
Vicky,
very,
they
very
couldn't
bad
manage it. Tottenham and
connection.
the rest couldn't manage this season.
Collins,
But
Collins, you
look at
have
what the
Collins. Hello, brother. You
can
have a
you
very
can you
bad connection.
can you
We
hear me now?
can't hear
Can you hear me
you.
now? Can you hear me?
Okay, listen. Disconnect yourself and come back. It's just so bad. Like we can't hear you. Just breaking all the time. So if Bobby can answer to that, what is your question again? I'm all over the place. I'm on internet. I'm on whatever.
Question is,
Yeah.
how do a team like Chelsea insure themselves? If, say, for example, they sign a player for 60, 70, 80, whatever million, and the player plays maybe one season or something, and then he's like permanently injured or he's never going to play again. How does the insurance policy work out? How do they not be liable to have to pay him all that money?
I won't pretend to be a guru on the financial payment structures of teams and players and things like that. But what I know is that we are run by a group of very, very intelligent billionaires who employ expert accountants, some of the best in the world, lawyers, and everything. And I can assure you there is definitely insurance policies in place. The players themselves, if they have good advisors, will take out personal insurance policies in case their career is suddenly blunted.
Yeah,
And this is how a lot of insurance companies make their money because their premiums must be through the roof.
I agree. Yeah,
So I can't imagine that the club will lumber themselves with the payment commitments to crocked players. They will absorb some of it, I'm sure,
yeah,
because it's it's a mitigating circumstance. But I'm pretty sure that common sense tells me if you're in that sort of business, you will have some kind of insurance policy
to cover
or
you in case.
some kind of indemnity policy. It's called. There are indemnities that protect the club, the establishment
Yeah,
from cases like this. And
I
this,
agree.
they'll be paying a lot every month, but when it comes active, like in this case, then it will pay out and it will help the club. That has to be in place. It's a detail that's not divulged to fans because it's
Yeah,
unnecessary.
there are so many things that we don't know. We just black or white. You are on this and such. You will have a big contract, but there are a lot of details on those contract and insurance and bankers and all kind of smart people behind closed doors in those contract that people. That's why sometimes when the transfer is taking long and people getting so frustrated, why it's not happening? Do it. Just pay the
Yeah,
money and bring.
this
You
is
know,
partly why. All these little details. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
there are so many things that happening there. Just to sign Caicedo, if you go through his contract, it might be like 100 pages of those little details. So it takes time, and people don't get it because everything need to be on point. So that is a very good point. Collins, you are back
Can
again.
I say just
Yes.
quickly something
Yeah.
about Caicedo? Because I had a lump in my throat when I saw that video of him with his mother. I have a lot of time and empathy for these kids that come out from the developing world, and some of their stories of what they came out of in terms of the trap of poverty is really, really sad and moving. And this kid has come out, and the first thing he did was think of his family. They're very family orientated, funnily enough, not like we in the West were so spoilt and entitled and selfish gits that don't even have time for family. It's all about me, 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 me. This guy brought his mother over. You watch a lot of these South Americans and these African players. When they earn their money, they send it back to their extended family, to their villages. And this kid brought his family. And in his interview, look how he spoke. He said he's the youngest of so many brothers and sisters. You can imagine he's helping them as well. And then he mentioned his father, which these people gaslight as usual. He said, yeah, my father's there. He's praying for me. They're obviously quite a close, well knit family.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but admiration for these people. And this is why they want the wages. It's not just about income. They use their wages to help their people. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes,
It's
sir.
not like us in the West, somebody you pay him 1 million and it's all about him. You
He's
know,
gonna
all
go to
your
Vegas and start getting all the ladies in the world and splash
yeah,
money. Yeah, I
yeah.
got your point, bro. But yeah, very, very
Look at
good point
Thiago
and very
Silva.
touchy. Mm.
Look at Thiago Silva. You know, you see his wages. He takes care of his family, his extended family. It's always family and their
In
hometowns and
charity and building
yeah,
villages
yeah.
and
Look at
hospital.
Drogba.
Yeah,
Drogba built hospitals and things. Essien. I mean, these guys,
yeah.
and I
Sadio
don't
Mane took
begrudge
care
them
of
their
his
wages. Yeah,
village. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the way it
I
is,
don't
man.
begrudge them their
So
wages
football
at
is
all.
really helping a lot of even the entire countries. You know, like during the pandemic, I still remember so many like African players that they had to send like mask and medicine and hire like private jet and you know. So yeah, it's very good, man. Very touchy, very sensitive, to be honest with you. Collins, you are back. Hello.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, right? Very
Yes.
okay now, right?
And
Okay.
then you have to
So like
speak
I
a
was,
little bit slower because you are like 100 miles
yeah,
an hour. So
what
we
I was
can't
saying.
really like hear. Like when you say wrist jam, you are like wrist jam, like it's gone. You're so
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
Like we can't even understand what you're trying to
like
say.
uh,
Yeah,
like
let's go.
uh,
Yeah,
I
let's
was
go.
saying, I was
Okay.
saying before, I
Oh.
think what Pochettino is doing with the
Mm.
team they have now, they are trying to manage every injury now because they don't want any injury to become more.
Mhm.
If you watch what he did with Reece James, he need to bring him out and put him Gusto. Not that Reece James have injury, but
Yeah, that is a
because we
very,
already
very
said,
good point. Like next game, I was even thinking about that. Next game, don't put wrist jams. We have to
so
manage that, brother. Yeah, we have to
he
manage him.
brought him out. So he
Mm.
brought him out. You remember when Reece James had the second injury?
Mm.
The doctor
And
was very
also
annoyed with
Chilwell.
Potter.
Chilwell, I think
Yeah,
I'm okay now to use Kukurea next game. To be
yeah.
honest with
So
you.
remember that Champions League that the Regents doctor was very annoyed with Potter because the injury is not even okay. He went and played the guy instead of allowing Regents to heal. For me, I think when Fafana is going to come back, he's going to come back in a good condition, in a better condition because there is no rush again to put Fafana in the game because now you have this as a, you have Thiago Silva, you have Badashe, you have Levi Kowe. So you have to take your time, get
Yeah.
well, get ready so that whenever you
Yeah.
are
Take
being
your
called,
time,
and
recover properly, and come
recover
back
very
because
well.
somebody is covering you. Yeah. I agree.
So that is why I say the next team now, this team, the way they are doing everything, I think Chelsea is building a team that everybody is going to happy. And if you watch Pochettino, he speaks very well. He speaks as if I think Pochettino have improved a lot. Going to PSG have improved him a lot. The way he speaks, the way he controls himself, the way he carries himself. He speaks like the first time, as in this, like when Mourinho came in Chelsea, the first time of Mourinho.
Yeah,
That
he's
is
like, I'm
how
here to
the
win. No
first
excuses.
yeah, yeah,
Let's go
no
for it.
excuses.
Mm.
That is how he's everything that will make people forget that Pochettino come from Tottenham. So everybody now fall in love with the way he speaks. So I think what we are doing,
Yeah,
Pochettino is
I was
doing is just
afraid of that. Like he's gonna bring the Spursy spirit, which is
I am telling you,
understand, let give
I
them
am,
time. I think he
I
learned
am
a
telling
lot during
that is
his
what
time
Potter
there.
did.
Yeah,
That is what Potter did. That is what Potter did in Chelsea. Speaking
the
about
boys tried
Arsenal, he took
everything.
Arsenal time.
The
He took
boys
Arsenal
gave
time.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, it took Arsenal time. It took club time. You have to beat, those kind of excuses because you already initiate excuses. So you now affected it to the players.
Mm.
I think with the team now, and they watch, I always hold what James said. He said, people that wants to be with Chelsea, people that wants to be here. If you are not ready to be here, just go. That is the same mentality in Man City. If you are not ready, Pep Guardiola shipped Caicedo out. If you are not want to be here to play for City, you go out. If you don't want to stay in Chelsea, you don't want to contribute, you go out. Look at the female team. Chelsea female team have a lot of superstars, but MHS try to manage them because all of them want to be there. If you don't want to be there, they are ready to ship you out. But if you want to be there to contribute, you may not play the first time, you may not play the 80 minutes, you may not play 90 minutes, but whenever you're being called, you come and do your job. That
Mm.
is how a team is being built. So, and I think that is the same mentality they are bringing into this main team. So, I think if that can be established, we have a lot to achieve with this team now. We have a lot because seeing Enzo
Yes.
Fernandez and seeing Caicedo, I was kind of happy. Say, God, if somebody tell me that this year I will have a midfielder of Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, Lavia, Santos, Gochupu, Look at the midfielder we have before: Kovacic, Kante, Jorginho, Zakaria, a lot of people that are cheek. So look at the quality we are. We're replacing people with quality. I think we are going to achieve. I don't want people. Chelsea is going to surprise a lot of people, and I like the way people are taking us for granted. We are going to surprise a lot of people. That's what I want
Yes,
to say for
sir.
now. Thank you.
Yes, we're gonna come back to you. We're gonna go point by point. Let me just remind you, people: Chelsea have activated 35 million release clause into Michael Olise's contract deal, advancing to final stages. Clause has always been there, okay? Despite denials from many sources, of course, all parties will be in touch to finalize the agreement. Olise already said yes to Chelsea Football Club. Time to fix the details. So thank you so much, Michael. Welcome back home. One of us from Cobham. Let's start cooking. Mr. People's Republic, you wanted to
Going
jump
back
with
to
something else?
now, I wanted to go back to what our friend was just talking about, Pochettino.
Yes.
I think that guy is one of those guys where it's when you see him, when you hear him, he's a very likable person. Fantastic smile. He dresses unbelievably sharp. His whole way he presents himself is a proper class person. But I think behind the scenes, I think he's a very hard dog. I think he's one of those Jekyll and Hyde types. There, where when he's a manager where you just don't cross his path. He's I think a bit like Jose. He's my way or the highway kind of type there. But to the media, to the public, very presentable, very nice guy, very smiley. But I think behind the scenes, he's a no-nonsense manager. Don't underestimate him.
Okay. Yes, I think he learned. He knows how to find balance, because he's not gonna just beat you up all the time, but he knows also how to put his arm around you and now, coach you. I like the aspect, like the coaching aspect of Pochettino. Yes, we can blame all the players that we got rid of, but I'm still sure, like 100% sure, that the same players, if they worked with Pochettino, it was going to be different. He was going to improve them and take them to the next level. We've seen after a month or almost, let's say 5-6 weeks that he been in the job, and the way he's coaching and taking other players to the next level already and implementing a spirit. And the majority of the players, almost all of them, he didn't buy any of them. He just found a team and then coached them and took them to the next level. Now, there are certain coaches and managers, well, I don't call them coaches, they are managers. They come, they just rely on quality, on the guy who is already done, who is already ready to win. The finished article. So we can force them, bam, win me a trophy and get all the credit. But I admire more, okay, the coaches, somebody who can coach people, create a system that will fit certain players, not always your way or no way. We saw Pochettino last Sunday surprised everybody by the system. Everybody is waiting, because Tottenham Hotspurs, he was playing 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, it's going to be the same. We all made theories. All of a sudden, boom, changed completely. Adapted himself to the quality of the opposition. We were unlucky not to smash them like 3-4-0. But you can see that's a coach. Find something, put players in their natural position first before you blame them and make theories and you have to sell everybody and bring other people. Pochettino hasn't had even one player, only Caicedo, that we heard that he likes him. Other people, he just found them, put them together, coach them, and then look at the result today. So yeah, I understand the theory about because we got rid of such and such Mason Mount and Ruben Loftus-Cheek and Kai Havertz, but the same players under Pochettino was going to be a completely different stories because he's a coach. That's the difference. All right.
But you remember he he wanted to keep Mason Mount, as your love child, and but
You like
Mason.
accusation a lot. You like can you say what you wanna say without like throwing those punchlines? Like your child love, or you love Saudi, you love the human rights abuses they are doing over there. Why you like those kind of accusations? Just
Saudis got
because
nothing
you
to do with love.
appreciate. Listen, let me finish.
Your Mason Mount thing,
Listen,
yesterday.
let me make sure. This is let me keep it on a record, right? This is YouTube. It's gonna stay here for generations. I don't wanna, when I start running for president and people start looking at my YouTube videos and you say that, you supported Saudi Arabia because of your accusations. Let me make it clear. Just because I support somebody doesn't mean that he's my child lover. I love him to stay at the club.
No.
Just I'm
You
trying to make
misunderstood
a point about the injustice. Let me tell you. Let me finish. You're not. I'm being serious here. Just give me a few minutes to finish this, because you always throw those punch accusations live on television, and something that will stay here for a generation, even long before I'm gone, and people are gonna say this guy was crazy. So don't throw those kind of accusations to me. This is very dangerous. This is television. It stay on the internet forever. People will clip it and say this and that. I don't support only Mason Mount. I support everybody from all over the world. What I'm trying to do is to break the walls of discriminations because you are from Cobham, or you are from England, or you are from China, and then you are good enough. You are a black man, you can't swim. You are a black man, you can't buy a house in the white whatever, the white area. This is the kind of discrimination that I try to break. I don't have any freaking problem with Mason Mount. He's getting his own freaking money. You leave my club, I will support Chelsea if you're here. But Mason Mount, my problem is injustice. Let me give you just one example so we don't have to continue on this. Last Sunday, Nicholas Jackson missed like 2 1-on-1. Let's say also Enzo Fernandez 1-on-1. How many times he missed? He's missing passes. He's missing this and that. Everybody understand? Yeah, it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of the season. They're gonna learn about each other, and it's gonna get better. Oh, he was unlucky. Oh, the goalkeeper was better. So we have to give credit to it and try to protect them. The same mistakes, the same misses. If it was Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, that was going to be the end of the world. Get them out. They are not good enough. Cobham Academy product. I always tell you such. This is what I'm talking about. They are crap, overhyped by the media, blah, 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 blah. This is my point I try to make in this community, and I'm not afraid of defending anybody. If Chukwuemeka or anybody is bullied and people try to target them, I would defend them the same way I've been defending the Cobham Academy product. So please, next time, don't throw those punchlines, because this is internet and you don't throw accusations like that. And the last time I said about Saudi Arabia, well, I wasn't defending them. What I was saying is, we use the same tactics to make our leagues better. We spent more money on commercial. We made the Premier League the best league in the world. Everybody is watching. And when somebody else is trying to spend some money to accelerate a little bit the process because they got money, oh, it's oil money, oh, it's bloody money, oh, it's such and such, such and such. You are pointing fingers on other people to hide your own wrongdoing. That's the problem I was going to say. I am going to defend women. I will go to defend all kind of human rights and all that. But I was trying to make a point, and you just punched me in the face. Oh, because you love them. You are praising them here.
True.
Those kind of accusation is gonna not allow me to run for president in the United States. So you gotta stop that.
Can I answer?
Yes.
So my only point about Mason Mount, after your long, very beautiful essay there, by the way, respect, I'll give you applause for that. Very well put. But as best I say, after yesterday's game, Mason Mount, his stats, I'm just looking at his stats here. No goals, no assists, no chances created, no crosses, no tackles won, no aerial duels won. My point was that Pochettino wanted him to stay. And you were talking about Pochettino being a very good man manager who improves players. And if he should have just stayed, Pochettino would have improved him. He would have brought him to the next level. That's what I was trying to point out before you cut me off, before you went to talk about Saudi and everything else. I don't know why, but that was my only point.
Oh, so you done? That was short. Yeah, so yeah, like I said, just because you don't have any cross, you don't have any whatever goal in one game, the first game of the season, doesn't make you a flop. Erling Haaland,
no tackles, no header, no nothing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying here. Like, why are you even care? He's not our player anymore. He's playing for Manchester United, and people have. You see, this is the problem in the community. Like, we're gonna follow them, him or Kai Havertz or whoever you be, Tammy Abraham. We just watch them to say, "I told you so." We just pray 24, bro. Let's get lives. Let's carry on with our club. Leave them alone. They already left. Callum Hudson-Odoi is leaving. Tomori left. Tammy Abraham left. Leave them alone. Why Chelsea fans always follow them where they're going and try to say, "I told you so. I told you so." That tells you that this has nothing to do with football anymore. It's egos and hate towards certain people for no reason. He's gone. Leave him alone.
Bro, can I say something?
Let me finish. Let them do their job where they are at the moment. Let's see what's going to happen at the end of the season. Last season, Erling Haaland, in the first game of the season, missed like 3-4 one-on-one, and he was even laughing at himself. Everybody say, "Oh my goodness, Nunes is the best. This guy is going to flop in the Premier League." Blah, 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 blah. But the end, the guy scored like 50 goals in all competitions for Manchester City. So let's judge them at the end of the season. And it doesn't mean that Jackson didn't score the first game of the season. That means he's flop. No, give him a chance. Let him adapt to the team, and you will see what's gonna happen. So people need to chill out, you people. Yes, Collins, let's go.
Okay, I want to say something here because I think when I come to studio here, when it comes to people talking about academy, talking about any player, I want people to understand that football is all about tribal. And when it comes to tribal, that is one thing we love.
About
football.
what?
It's all about tribal. Football is very tribal. You understand? It's tribal. So
what's that mean?
That is
what that means. I don't know.
What does tribal mean?
What it means is rivalry. And that is when somebody, you can banter anybody, when anybody, and when especially when a player, maybe in your club, you don't like the place the player is going, maybe it's going to your rivalry, a place you don't like. I think everybody have right to conjure that person. I'm not against that. I don't have business with mouths. And if anybody have anything to say against mouth, it's not my business. But one thing I want people to understand, if you are in Chelsea Academy, if you are good, you are going to play in Chelsea team. Regis is playing today, he's good. Liverpool is playing today, he's good. Hall is going to play in Chelsea because he's good. Broja is playing Chelsea because he's good. Chalobah is playing Chelsea today because he's good. If tomorrow Regis is not good, and I know if I can sell Regis, I can get a better player. I will sell Regis and get a better player. I will not allow my feelings to cover my judgment or to allow me to not make a good decision for my club, because this is business. It's not about family business. It's not about family things here. This is business. So if I know that selling Chalobah is going to provide me a good player, selling Gallagher is going to bring me a good player, I will sell Gallagher and get a good player. So if I know that, okay, Gallagher is better than a player I'm going to bring, there's no need for me to sell Gallagher. If I know that Chalobah is a better than player that I want to bring, there's no need for me to sell Chalobah. If I have ambition, people are talking about it. When Chelsea sell academy, everybody get annoyed about it. Man City is selling academy every day. Lavia we are going to buy is from Man City Academy. Everybody said academy, but when Chelsea said academy, people begin to cry about it. I'm not attached to all these things. When I know if you are my player, so fast at that moment you are playing for Chelsea, I'm supporting you. If you leave Chelsea, I don't have any business with you. But once you are in my team, I'm going to fight for you. So far as you are fighting for me. But if you are, the moment you are not fighting for my badge, I don't have any crap with you. I don't have any business with you. Reed James said the same thing. He said that most of the players there, they don't want to stay. They want to leave Chelsea. If you look at the way he said, you know that people like Mount don't want to be there. So if Mount don't want to be in Chelsea, why should I go and be, clapping for Mount? So he should get away that I can find a player that wants to play for my badge. So today, people are happy that Regis is our captain because he's playing very well. Even when he's not even fit, you can see the passion, you can see the everything. That shows you the person who wants to be there. I want Gallagher to succeed in Chelsea. Why I want Gallagher to succeed in Chelsea? Because the guy always put effort. Even when he's not playing fine, he still want to play. If you watch Gallagher interview after season, when England went for their international break or whatever they are playing, when they interview Gallagher, watch the way the guy was speaking. Even he was kind of emotion because the whole season he speak like a true fan. He speak like a Chelsea fan because the whole season he's not happy with the way Chelsea season went. You look at the way he's reacting. That shows you that is the guy who wants to play, give everything. So if Gallagher want to succeed in Chelsea, I'm going to back him with all my mind and make sure that Gallagher succeed. If tomorrow Gallagher say, okay, I don't want to stay here because the game time is limit for me. Can I find another place? The club's okay. We can find another club for you. I'm going to be happy with him. But if he said that I want to stay and fight for my shirt, I am happy with that. So all these people keep talking about football is all about religion. I don't know how people, if you know about football, we fought for football. In my village, football, we killed each other because of football. Talk less of a football that worth of billions. So people have to invest passion. If there is no passion, why are we watching football? That is why it's one of the greatest sports in planet because
Okay.
it's all about passion. So if there is no passion, I don't think people will be watching football. So if anybody want to criticize anybody, I don't have problem with that. For me, I don't do that. But if anybody, that is the reason why we watch football. That is the reason why we come today to debate. You look at what Liverpool
Okay.
fans are doing because
We
of
we
what is
we're gonna
going on
come
in
back
Chelsea.
to you,
But
bro.
that is
You go straight to the point, and then we're gonna go around, and we're gonna come back to you, so we don't, because it's just a lot of a topic mixed together here. First of all, yes, you have the right to support whoever you want, and football is about passion. And also, if you are not in my club, I don't have any business with you. That I'm trying to remember what you just said on your statement here. But also, all I can say is just it doesn't also justify evil, because the level of the so-called critics, or because I have the right and this is my club and I have to fight for my club, is just getting to the evil
do
level.
you want Man City to hold on, I ask you personally, do you want
You don't
Man
you
to
don't want
succeed
to
in Man U? I
finish. You
don't want
talk for
you to
5 minutes.
succeed.
That's the problem
No,
with
I
you.
mean,
Like, you will talk
do you
for
want
five
Man to
minutes and you
succeed?
don't
I don't
allow
want
other
him to
people to
succeed in
talk.
Man U.
Yeah, go. Yeah, go.
I asked you a question. I said, if Man as Man is in Man U now, I don't want him to succeed. I want him to flop because I don't want him to do well in Man U. Because if he do well, Man U is going to do well. Like Manchester United, none of their fans wishing up my player well, so I shouldn't wish him well. So for me, if I want it to fail, because that is all about football. All the whole player we are signing today, everybody in EPL want all those players to flop. So the same thing, if they are signing player, I want their player to flop as well. So that is how football works. I want people to understand that.
Yeah. So what is happening in the Chelsea community when it comes to academy productive? When they are at Chelsea, we want them to flop so we can make a point. Like I told you, so get rid of them. And when they are out, you want them to flop because apparently you don't want a Manchester City. But it just shows, the pattern of like hate and evil that follow those kids. But listen, you're not gonna convince everybody on this one, because that is a mindset. It's already done. You are bad. You are good. You are black. You go play you go play basketball. You know nothing about swimming. It's this in the Chelsea community. So I'm not gonna get into this and discussion. You know what you know. I'm not gonna convince you. You're not gonna convince me. What I do in my channels is try to put people together and bring some kind of like good attitude. Like, football is enjoying your time instead of being evil. No, yes, it is a cultist. I try to bring a little bit of balance on this, but it's impossible. This is something that we've been programmed for years to thinking this way. It's impossible even to waste your time. So let's wait and see what's going to happen to Mason Mount. But I don't really care at the moment. All I want is people to let him alone. One game, and already the people who hate even more, who made even more failed compilations are Chelsea fans. And that tells you that it goes beyond a simple game of football. It goes of, them against us. Local boys always, hyped and... Listen, you go to Nigeria, I always say this. You go to Nigeria, you find their team, you love Inyimba, and you find the local boys, the Lagos boys, playing for their teams in their own countries, their own land. Leave them alone. If you're gonna go there and disrespect them and make theories because of xenophobia and discrimination, because they don't represent us, because we are international and this team belongs to us, blah 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 blah, and then leave Nigeria alone. They don't need you there. Leave them alone. That is their blood, their countries, their land. And people will even make theory when a local boy got a banner at Stamford Bridge. Why is having... Yes, freaking hell. This is his country. Okay? This is clear. Leave them alone. That's what I want people to understand. Discrimination and evil is not gonna help us in the Chelsea community. Let's see people as blues and not white, blue, red, yellow, or whatever. We are all in the same family. Bayern Munich want Stefan Ortega from Manchester City to go there and be their number 2. Wow. Because they try Kepa Abragadabra. Kepa Abragadabra just joined Real Madrid. He's going back home to Spain to enjoy sunny Spain instead of very, very cloudy and bad weather in England. So Kepa Abragadabra is gone. Now Chelsea need to find number 2, but a very good number 2. Somebody who can compete, who can push Robert Sanchez. Collins, tell us who should come. Do you think that the young man from the academy, Lucas Bergstrom, can really handle the pressure of the number 2? Or is too young to sit on the bench? He needs to go and get some experience somewhere. What is your opinion about number 2? Or
for me now, looking at what is going on now, because there are some articles I do read. What Chelsea wants to do now, keep your eye on Costa, Diego Costa in Porto. Because what Chelsea is going to do, once the opportunity presents itself, they are going to hit the market. Because one, they want to use this opportunity because all they are doing, all these big signings now, Chelsea want to do all these big signings now since they are not in Champions League. So they are trying to negotiate their way because that Costa on Porto, the guy has a clause. So if they can be able to find a way to pay his release clause,
bro, I'm sorry.
Diego Costa.
Diogo Costa, the guy from
Porto.
FC Porto in Portugal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
In Portugal, yeah. So that is the guy they want to use as number 1. I think that guy is their number 1. That is the guy, their dream keeper. So if they can find a way to negotiate that clause, that because they have about almost 70-something million euros. So if they can find a way to bring it down and find a way to pay, because now Porto, they have a financial issue. So if they can find a way to negotiate in that ground, they will find a way to hit that deal. So that is my own on that when it comes to keeper. So when people talking about we should go and invest in strike, I don't encourage that because Pochettino said Broja is good for him. So you have to give somebody time. If Broja, because I like what Pochettino is doing with Broja. He didn't take Broja to USA. He said, take your time. I want you to stay home, work on yourself, get yourself ready. Whenever I called you, you get yourself ready.
All
Other
right.
coach would have.
Okay, so we're going to go around and ask the same question to the member of our panel so we don't just go between us only. Mr. People's Republic, are you looking for number 2 or are you looking for number 1 goalkeeper? Talk to us.
I'm looking to bring back Kepa, but that's another story. But no, of course not. But I don't know. Sanchez, he looked very good. against Liverpool there. So I don't know.
I
It's
want
not
to really
an,
say very good, but he was good. But you can tell that he's been out for a long period of time because he's lacking a little bit of reflex. But he was on the bench like for one season, so yeah. But he's gonna be good. I agree with you on that one. But
he looked confident. This
yeah,
is
he
the
look
big
confident.
difference.
He's
He
tall
looked
though.
confident.
Yeah,
He looked confident, and and confidence is what your central defenders need. If they feel that the goalkeeper is confident, he's strong, he's giving instructions, whatever, he can get crosses, whatever. Defenders play better. They're not so insecure. Like
I agree.
So this is what I meant. This is what made him look so good. And so I don't know. I don't much how much. I have no idea which goalkeeper you're going to bring in. I'll leave that to Collins and whoever. Bobby knows who.
Bobby probably is walking today. He's been very, very quiet. If you wanna jump to any topic, Bobby.
No, I'm here. I'm here. I
Just-
just didn't want to interrupt people talking. That's
Oh
all.
wow, you've been very quiet. Goalkeeper number one or number two? What are you looking for now, Bobby?
Look, the goalkeeping situation for me, I believe and I support the strategy is we've had the big transfer saga of the summer in Moises Caicedo done. That was why I phoned to you about Lavia, because Lavia is not as big a saga as Caicedo, but the sooner it's done, the less attention we have on the transfer. So once that's done, I hear Olise is progressing. Then I think the completion of Lavia will trigger the move for Diogo Costa, and that's the big one. I am for Diogo Costa coming. I think he is probably the one person that will come and really push for that number one, if not take the number one slot. However, I think the striker situation, the club is going to go for somebody that is little known but effective, because getting all these big name strikers doesn't always work. It's better, look at what Jackson has shown us. It's better you get the ones that nobody knows that well. Now, I also don't see what is wrong with Lucas Bergstrom. Now, why am I saying this? And I put this totally in Pochettino's hands. If Poch saw it fit, although he didn't have much choice, to put him on the bench behind Sanchez on Sunday, there's something about that boy. I saw a lot about him in preseason. In fact, in my opinion, he was the best goalkeeper we had. And he's confident, he's tall, his reflexes are good, he claims crosses. He's a good keeper. And I always believe, look, if you're good enough, you're old enough. I understand people wanting to go for tried and tested, people that have this history. I get it. But if that kid is capable, why not give him the opportunity to push for the number one? Because all it is that we're dealing with at the moment, in my view, is just popularity and fashion. Is it fashionable to put a young kid in a top club like Chelsea as your number one keeper? I don't care for those sort of sentiments. I want the best at all times. However, that doesn't mean to say he is the best. And if we go for someone like Diogo Costa, it means that Pochettino has recognized that we need that. Another thing I want to point out very quickly is a slight digression. I am so happy that Mauricio Pochettino has understood clearly the need for attention to be paid to physicality in the Chelsea team.
Yeah.
The way he brought on Disasi, the way he used Disasi. Later on in the game, he brought on Ugo Chukwu. He's paying attention to that, because that was our failing. We have a goalkeeper that when the ball is crossed, he comes out and claims it, which I was so happy to see.
Yes.
That was where, especially the lesser teams, will look at Chelsea last season and say, right, we're going to put 3 6-foot-tall attackers and we're going to deal with them. And that's what Forest did to us at the Bridge. Villa did to us at the Bridge. Everton did to us at the Bridge. Last minute, a big guy comes, boom, he heads it past our
Kepa Arrizabalaga.
yeah, and our very small, impish midfield. So that attention to physicality is important, and this is why you find he doesn't want to use Ian Martin in the left back, but further up the field. And I think Ian Martin right now is a better attacking player prospect than Raheem Sterling.
Yeah. So, talking about Ian Madsen, now we're gonna move because we already went through to goalkeepers. We have to accept it that we're gonna have to let people go. The most likely are the academy boys. Not only because they are bad, as the narrative is gonna tell you on social media, because they wanna see foreigners, but because they're gonna produce money to the team. They're going to bring money and, let go and take a chance to other kids that will cost less. And we can't get rid of somebody like Kukurea, or let's say Raheem Sterling. So some of the academy being sacrificed now because of the money side of it. You get new players that are on very, very low contract now. And they might even be better. I'm not saying they are not better, but one of the reasons why we are getting rid of people like Mason Mount especially is because he's going to bring you 60 million plus 5 add-ons. So, yes.
If because I know slightly where this is heading to, I personally believe people like Lukaku, and I hear we're trying to work something out to get rid of him, Ziyech and Callum Hudson-Odoi and Malang Sarr should be straight out of the door before we even look at anybody else, in my opinion. Now, if we're getting the likes of Olise and maybe even Kudus as well, of course it means someone like Martin is very much under threat. Maybe we'll probably go to Strasbourg, and dare I say it, the one I don't want to leave at any cost, Gallagher will probably go, and definitely Chalobah is on the list to go anyway. I think we should try and at least hang on to Gallagher. But if we are going to get rid of any of these players in terms of Martin and Chalobah, at least certainly with Martin, let's have either a buyback clause or a good sell-on clause. And Martin shouldn't go for anything less than 30. If he is to go. I think it would be a terrible shame if he is, but if we have got the likes of Kudus and Olise, then it's inevitable.
Yeah, I understand that. Mr. Collins, talk to us. Who should leave now to free some space for the new coming?
I think because if you look at what is going on Chelsea, because they are trying to, everything they are doing, they're trying to balance the book. And they know the people that is going to help them to balance the book. One, this is Euro. Euro is coming next year. People like Gallagher want to make England national team. So I don't think Gallagher will stay in Chelsea maybe to play second field. So he feels himself that I can challenge myself. So if he feel like I want to go, I think Chelsea can make money out of him. Already, Caicedo already said that Chalobah is also open to go. You understand? So how Hudson-Odoi also, they're going to make money for him. Then Ziyech and Lukaku. I think those are the people I see that are going to go. Maybe one other person between Gochubu can go on loan, but I think the people that is going to leave Chelsea is Gallagher, Chalobah, Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech, and Lukaku. I think those are going to make it.
Great. Let me remind you, people, we all knew that. This is not even a news anymore. Cesar Caicedo has completed his season-long loan on to Leicester City. Best of luck to him. We knew that for weeks now. He was just waiting for, I don't know what to be confirmed, but that is some money off the book. But he was good in preseason. He's one of those like midfielder, like powerful, tall. I liked his defensive work during preseason. This kid got a future at Chelsea. I just don't understand how many midfielder we're gonna have like next season or in the next coming years. We're gonna be like it's gonna be so many ballers. We might have to dominate this world for like 10 years, people. I'm telling you right now. What else? I'm trying to read something so we have up to date some kind of news. At Chelsea here, there is nothing from Chelsea. Let me go to Michael Olise is trending. Let's go to Fabrizio and see if there is anything. So exclusive Al Hilal have presented an important, that is about Neymar Jr. It's just, I can't believe that Neymar is going to be playing in Saudi, but that is part of life. Al Hilal are insisting to sign Mitrovic from Fulham. Negotiations are back on track since Saturday, and also new proposal on the table. Al Hilal want Mitrovic as a center striker and hope to get the deal done this week. So he's gonna be playing with Khalidou Koulibaly and also Neymar Jr. Let me read another update before we go back to the panel. Pep Guardiola just gave some bad news here. Pep Guardiola said Kevin De Bruyne injury is serious one. He will be out for a few months. Wow. We have to decide in the next days on surgery, but for sure we lose Kevin for some time. Get well soon, man. Get well soon, Kevin. Been suffering with a lot of injuries during his career. Chelsea didn't give him a chance. And he's doing wonder. He's going to be one of the best of all time in the Premier League, or probably the best midfielders, let's be honest here. And we already talked about Michael Olise. Chelsea have activated 35 million release clause. Let's scroll this a little bit to see what is happening in the world of football. But yeah, it's about it. It's about it. Let's see this one, because it's kind of concerned Chelsea too, because exclusive from Fabrizio Romano here, Napoli have just improved their bid for Gabri Viega. New proposal on the table, and deal getting closer to for the Spanish talent, because remember Chelsea were heavily linked with this kid here. He's still like 20 to 21. Yeah. So Celta Vigo want to find a final solution by the end of the week before the next game. All parties are confident. So he's going to play in Italy probably. All right, Mr. People's Republic, I heard like you wanted to say something.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask, who's leading the race to sign Victor Osimhen?
Nobody. Napoli is leading the race of renewing, giving him a new contract. I just hope that he doesn't do the same stupid things that Harry Kane and Wilfried Zaha, Caicedo, the deals that, okay, it's a gentleman agreement. If somebody comes with good money, we're going to sell you. We love you. We're going to give you, an increase, man. This is your house. They lied to you, and then they lock you up for 10 more years. You have no way to go. They just lock you. So I think if he's going to sign a new contract, he needs to put a release clause. Simple as that. Because that Napoli president, Mr. De Laurentiis, he's just like Daniel Levy and Paul Barber, right? The guy from Brighton. I forgot his name. They're so complicated to let you go from their clubs. So I hope that new contract, you get better money, because he been offered like 1 million a week or something to go to Saudi. Well, you increase my money. Yes, I signed a new contract with a very, very specific release clause. Not too much, just about the right amount for any team that want to get me to come and pay. That's the only contract, and I hope that his agent can tell him that. All right, let's go.
He will end up in Real Madrid.
Yeah, well, what if Mbappe? Yeah, Mbappe is not a number 9. You're right. Mbappe doesn't like to play in the middle. He's like he
Just-
hates to play from there. But Vinicius Junior is kind of playing from the Mbappe position, quote unquote. So I don't know what that is gonna be. Mbappe, apparently, what I heard is he's gonna sign his 1-year contract extension with PSG. So when he leaves, he can make some money for them, because if he leaves on free, it's gonna destroy them when it comes to the financial fair play. So yeah, you're right. He might go to Real Madrid because he's good, and Mbappe need really a target man to play with. Yeah.
Plus Real Madrid, year one after Benzema, they will discover they're missing him big time.
Yeah,
They'll probably be desperate, and when they see Barcelona win the title again, they say no ways. We open the checkbook and go for. So Mbappe, I don't know about Mbappe. That guy just creates me. I saw some Liverpool fans in their delusion.
They're gonna sign
Mbappe. Yeah.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
I don't know how much the transfer fee would be. Probably be like, I don't know, 180 million euro or something, maybe even more.
Yeah.
To sign Mbappe. I don't know.
And the next thing you know, he's gonna reject them again, and then it's gonna be.
Gosh,
people are calling them like reject FC or something like that. That is Liverpool.
My God. It's sad, but and the sad thing for Liverpool, the situation they're in now, as they desperately search for players. Now they need a centre back and they need a defensive midfield player. All my friends, by the way, are Liverpool fans, so I know all this. But is that it's a bit like poker. They've showed their hand. They've actually showed that they have money. Before they were playing like, we only want to pay 42 million for Lavia. Oh, well, 43 will give you 43 and a half, 43 and $1. You know, a bit like that guy Aston Wenger those days when he failed to sign. Who was that? Was it Van Persie? No, not Van. Who was that? He failed to sign because of $1, £1.
It was Suarez.
Suarez, yes, because of one lousy pound, and we saw what Suarez went and did. So, but Liverpool now showed a bit like poker. They've showed the hand that they have cash. They have 110 million. So any team which has a player that Liverpool wants to buy.
That is a very good point. That is a very good point. They know that you have more than 110 million in your pocket. So don't come here and try to lowball me. Give me some of that money. So yeah. They're gonna end up by overpaying for some players.
They are Chelsea medicine. Chelsea, same situation as Chelsea. We have to overpay for everything. Everyone knows that Chelsea has money. Now Liverpool's in the same boat, and they're gonna have to find somebody unknown player and pay him, I don't know, 40, 50 million for him. And
So let me also give you some credit before we go to Bobby and Collins. The last time when we were watching the game here, watch along between Chelsea and Liverpool at Stamford Bridge last Sunday, you said something very important. When Mo Salah was taken off and he was like fuming and and you said that the media are gonna focus on like he's leaving next morning and all the headlines. So so let me read this. Breaking news: Mohamed Salah has reportedly authorized Saudi Arabia representatives to open negotiations with Liverpool over potential transfer this summer.
Wow.
So because people are gonna interpret that like he's just trying to create something here because he's been offered like 1 million a week over there in Saudi.
What? You serious?
Oh, they've been pushing for a little while now. So now with the frustration and everything, it's gonna just fume. I don't know if Salah, go get the money, bro. Leave them. Nobody. That is gonna be fine.
I don't mean his wages will be tripled from he gets
it's gonna be triple if he get $1 million a season. Go man, leave that small club so they can struggle. We can really smash them. Salah, leave, my brother. Leave.
But he's got a long-term contract, so if he's gonna go,
he just signed last season, so he got like 4 years left. So it's gonna be a big fee. But if he doesn't want to play and he just throw some toys or out there and start to cause some issues the way he did against Chelsea and be clear, I want to go, I think they're gonna have to think twice. They will be like, okay, we take the money, or we have a very unhappy player here.
And maybe 200 million will be going to Liverpool's coffers. which would mean they can rebuild their team.
Yeah, they can rebuild the entire team. Yeah, it's gonna be about that kind of price, really.
Bro, I'm coming back. Let me do something.
No
I'll come
problem,
back.
no problem, Mr. Collins. We're still here for a little while, my brother. No problem. Come back anytime. Bobby, any breaking?
What if Salah says he wants to retire back home in Chelsea?
No, I don't think so. I don't think he says so. I think that is
So if he came back after he finished earning all his money in Saudi, he's like 44 years old. So I want to retire as a Chelsea player. Let me play one game.
I don't really think that he got such an attachment to Chelsea. He just came for one season. He wasn't given a chance enough. Was loaned twice here and there, and then sold to Roma. I don't think he got some really serious attachment. After that, Chelsea fans abused him and called him terrorist and all that. That's why he started celebrating. He started celebrating scoring against Chelsea after that incident. I think it was in Paris where Chelsea were chanting and calling him terrorist and all that. So he started after that every goal that he scored against Chelsea. Before it was his score, he's like, no. Put his hand up. No, I don't celebrate. But now he just loves to get one over you. So I don't think he got any kind of particular attachment to Chelsea. He's not going to come back. He's more a Liverpool kind of legend than, forget about it. We can talk about Eden Hazard, who really feel like a blue. And he's one of the reasons that we got Lavia to Chelsea. So, yeah. Agent.
What's he up to? Where is he going?
I don't know. He's thinking about retiring. I think he got some offers from Saudi. He's a free agent. I don't know why he's so lazy at the moment, man. You still can play 3 years in the very top level in Saudi. It's nice weather there. It's always hot. Go there. You don't have to run a lot. You score a lot of goals. You finish your career in a very good terms than just living like that, man. Hazard.
But do they have McDonald's in Saudi?
Somebody, I saw somebody on social media saying that he rejected the offer from Saudi because there is no bacon. They don't sell bacon over there because bacon are made of like pork and stuff, and that Muslim people they don't eat certain animals, right? So I got the joke that was going on social media. I think people try to create because how big he is and how McDonald's and stuff, but I don't take that seriously. People, call us. We're still here for how long? Yeah, we're still here for a little bit, probably 20 more minutes. Thank you so much for your likes and your dislikes because everything counts on YouTube. If you don't like, please dislike because it helps. Either way, it's help. Likes or dislikes is the same. So
what is Marina up to?
Marina Granovskaya, I don't know if she's back in Canada. She's Canadian. She's like a Russian Canadian. I don't know if she's back in Canada or she went to Russia to work for Abramovich. Abramovich still got some businesses here and there in the Middle East. She might go back and work in one of the companies. And also she made a lot of money in the world of business and working with Abramovich. Since she was like 19 or 21 years old, young girl from school, she used to work back in Russia with Abramovich. They've been together for almost ever. So I think she made a lot of money, and she might take 2 years vacation, go to an island, and just to keep herself busy. She can open a big business somewhere. She's fine. Don't worry about her. She's fine.
But she's got nothing to do with football anymore. She's completely out of the football world.
For now, because it's a lot of stress too. A lot of money, but a lot of stress to deal with an agent and account here and there. So yeah,
so that's one woman. What about the other woman? I always think about her for whatever reason. The physio, which fell out of Jose. What is her name?
What are you talking about?
Remember that we used to have a team doctor, physiotherapist, one who fell out when had a big fallout with Jose.
Eva Canero.
Canero, what is she up to? What club is she?
She's a doctor. She's still working in the medical field somewhere. but she's in Malta. She's on one of those islands where there you know them better because you are in Europe. So she always posted. One day she actually liked one of my posts. Like I made some edit. I made some of her pictures and collect some of her pictures when she was at Chelsea and make like a collage picture. And I tagged her and say we need you back at Chelsea. It's just a banter though. It's just don't take it seriously. It's just social media, right? You wanna make people feel good. But I said something about her, put a collage there, and she just liked it. She didn't respond, but she liked the post. So I'm like, hey, yeah. But she's she's somewhere in one of those small islands there in Europe, Malta or Moldova or some of those islands that she works. She's a doctor, so she's very fun. She's very fun.
Nothing to do with sports. Nothing to do with football anymore.
No. She's gone. And Jose Mourinho actually accepted to settle the case, and she was paid a lot of money for the case, for wrong dismissal. Yeah.
We learn something new every day. If we don't ask these questions, we'll never know. This is why I asked. But Bobby probably misses her as well. She
No. Don't even start, Bobby. Don't even start. Don't even start, Bobby, when it comes to women in football. All right. So, anybody got any breaking news for us? Slowly and surely, we still have like 15 minutes to go here, and then we're gonna say goodbye so I can go. I'm preparing already. Still time, school and stuff. Go pick people. I'm still have a little bit time to make probably a video about Michael Olise to Chelsea. Try to collect some. You people, Republic, you don't watch my normal video. My more normal videos take me like 2-3 hours to edit them because I have to find the concept. I have to come up with a concept. I have to edit those videos. I have to find what I can put. I have to find comedy. I have to find a lot of stuff that I try to do just right. So if you see my 5-minute videos, it took me so much time to come up with that. So you have to watch them. Anyways,
I watch them when they come. But the thing is, sometimes I get confused. There's so many channels. I do watch them. I always look
so
at the
many
headline.
channels. That's true. That's true.
I watch the headline. I watch the headlines. If I like the headline, I watch the video. I come there for information. I come there for education.
Information. So
that's true. That's why I watch. I don't watch your videos for entertainment. I watch them for education. To learn
Manchester City were considering the move to Michael Olise to replace Riyad Mahrez, but that player chose Chelsea over the treble winner. So he said, I am not going to City. I know you're gonna win every single title, but I'm going back home. I'm going to play for the Blues. Now the project is so excited. Like people want to join our project. Okay? And that is so good to see that people really want to come to Chelsea because they are almost the same age. They feel good. They have a great project and we're going to start winning games. Dean Henderson will stay at Manchester United this summer unless a replacement becomes available, according to Sky Sport. I've already talked about Mo Salah. Breaking news, Alisson Becker is being targeted by Al Nassr. So Ronaldo's team, Mo Salah, not Mo Salah, what are you talking about? Sadio Mane's team, Al Nassr, they want also Alisson Becker from Liverpool. Nobody want to play for Liverpool anymore, people. Listen, Mo Salah is leaving. Alisson, it's going to be difficult to do. This is just to entertain the people who are watching. But imagine if they lose their best goalkeeper and their best player, arguably, which is Mo Salah. They're gonna just be a small team, right? So the Brazilian will be tempted to the move to Saudi. Who wouldn't? Even Steven Gerrard, who said no, in this stage of my career. I don't want to go to Saudi. Blah 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 blah. Next morning, the prince himself called and okay, write your number here. Write your number. The next morning, I love this country. I love this. Even People's Republic now, who is giving me hard time, criticizing the sport washing thing. Let me call the king, okay, king of Saudi, right? When he writes that check, bro, you go there next morning, private jet coming, flying to Oslo or whatever town you live, get you, look at the check, write your number here. You will see your language change immediately. Oh, I always love this country. The human rights is good. They respect everybody. You have to respect everybody. Oh man, when that dollar check is in your mail, that is a different story, bro.
Don't you Americans say money talks and bullshit walks? That's what you guys say in America.
That's where it is. Oh, let me check on some other. Yeah, we already talked about this guy here, Caicedo, who just joined Leicester City. We talked about Mitrovic, also to Saudi. I think we covered pretty much everything. Who is this guy? Liverpool are one of a number of clubs interested in Lille midfielder Mr. Carlos Baleba. Brighton are already in concrete talks over a move to the 19 years old, having offered a fee of 15 plus add-ons. Listen, Brighton are going to have a hard time finding another replacement because everybody knows that you are tough and you got a lot of money, 115 million. So everybody is going to try to get a chunk of that. So forget about it. 15 million plus add-ons. No way you're going to get this brother here. But I'm not going to be surprised if they go back to South America, find another Caicedo there, and then it's just going to do a good job because they have a very good scouting department over there at Brighton.
But I've talked about this before. So be careful. Yes, this is a very profitable business, good scouting. But if you notice, some of their scouts have been taken by other teams, and this is a Southampton scenario in the making. Southampton used to be exactly the same. All these young talents selling for profits, and then what happened? They sold all these players, especially Liverpool, for huge profits. And at some point, it dawned upon other teams. You know what? Instead of paying the ridiculous money for all these players, who are their scouts? And they just took all their scouts, and Southampton suddenly they were unable to find these new talents, these great players. And where are they now? I think they're somewhere in the Championship. And this is Brighton must be careful not to go down the same road as Southampton.
You know that their owner made money out of gambling, right? So that guy can play like chess and I think he's too smart to get to the level of Southampton. Southampton are now in the Championship because they just sold the club to some businessman from I don't know your country over there in the northern Europe or somewhere, and then all of a sudden politics changed and everything changed and they're going down. But as long as that guy, what's his name again, Paul Barber or something, as long as he's still there, I think they're gonna be stronger. Brighton are in the position that they have so much money in the bank and so many contacts, and it looks like it's becoming a destination for many teams because then many players, because they know they develop people very good there and they have an opportunity to make it to the next level and get to another bigger team. So,
but even they will have the same problem where that now let's just say some South American team has been approached by Brighton to sell one of their talents. Now this team will obviously they live in the global village. Brighton's made all these millions from Chelsea.
Yeah,
and guess what? They want the price. They want their money.
So Independiente de la Valle, the team that Moises Caicedo came from, they're gonna get 29 million out of this deal because they were so smart to include a sell-on fee percentage from that. So they are planning about building modern like sporting center back there in Ecuador. Like the money is gonna help a lot of people over there. They're gonna improve their infrastructure. They're gonna even buy more young players and develop them. So the money is going to help them a lot. So now everybody from like if you're going to a so-called small team like you know, Everton or even Brighton or whatever, they try to include a sell-on fee. Everybody is doing the same at the moment, unless if you are moving to bigger club like Chelsea or, you know, Manchester United. They don't want those kind of deals. Chelsea accepted a sell-on on Caicedo because they know he's gonna stay here. He's not going anywhere. He's on an 8-year contract. So yeah, you can include that, but it doesn't mean that we're gonna sell him because it's impossible to let him go from Chelsea in a long contract like that. So it was just a formality, but I know what you mean. Even this guy from France, if Brighton got him, I think they're gonna include some kind of sell-on fee so they can get more money in the future. So now everybody understand the strategy behind this, and it's not gonna be as easy as it used to be for them when they were like low key, you know.
But all these Chelsea players they bought, do they have a release clause, transfer release clause?
I don't think so. For big clubs in England, they usually don't put those release clause. The release clause, you put them in the so-called smaller team because you don't want to be locked down.
Barcelona, Real Madrid, all these big clubs.
Yeah, in Spain is just like the law over there. Everybody got a release clause, so that's why they put like 1 million or whatever, 1 billion. So you don't, so they don't let you go. Basically, you are in jail.
That's what happened. Messi had a release clause, and Barcelona put a release clause, which they thought at the time nobody would ever.
Neymar, you're talking about Neymar.
Neymar, and I think Messi, and these Qataris came along and they just write your numbers. You, as to use your English, you write your number, and they paid. And Barcelona learned from this, and we're going to make a ridiculous pay clause for our talents now. So this is where you got like, is it 1 billion? I saw one player there, he's got a release clause or something, which is insanity, but which means you'll never leave. He's in a Barcelona prison, and but still, they're even. So I'm just wondering if some of these players do have a release clause, even though they have an 8-year contract, or how's that work?
Yeah, we don't know exactly what is behind the closed doors in their contract, those details, like we discussed about the details with Bobby early on. So yeah, could be something there that we don't know, but let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Listen, my brothers, I've been here for 2 hours and hours before that to prepare some other stuff and put some videos online, and then I have to prepare now, make some food for my people, and then go get them from wherever wherever they are, and then probably we'll come back again tonight at some point. I'm not promising anything, but if I have a little bit of space, I might come back to continue, because the debate is always important, and you learn a lot from different people. Bobby Smokey, brother, say goodbye to people, or if you have anything or any news, any breaking news, give us, and then say goodbye to people. Bobby's not there.
He's falling asleep. I'll say goodbye before maybe he'll wake up just now. But yeah, anyways, maybe we'll catch you later, you guys. And
the other day you were sleeping, we could hear you.
I know. I'm not that young. Sometimes I fall asleep. It's nighttime. So I'm sorry about that. Sometimes happens.
No, you don't have to have sorry. I blocked you. I blocked the sounds. I could hear you, but not other people. I'm like, oh, this brother is sleeping. Let me just take him off. Allow him to get some sleep.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Sometimes it's so late. You think, oh, you have to be up in the morning to work. So you're listening, and sometimes that ding, you're gone. You're sleeping. And then you wake up and you think, what happened? This is age. One day when you reach my age, it will happen to you as well. So You got
All right,
still got 20
brother.
years.
Take some rest and come back if you're still awake
Cheers.
tonight or something.
I'm awake. I got to make dinner. So we speak. Cheers.
Yeah, and then when you wanna leave, and then you have somebody like Victor joining you. Victor, we already said goodbye, so you have few minutes to
I know.
say
I'm
something.
not gonna. I promise you, I'm not gonna hold you up. I know that Bobby is not responding, so I felt like chipping in. I am so excited about this hopeful Michael Olise's activation. If he gets here, we got him and Noni up front there on the right, and we got sorted. He is so unpredictable. I'm so excited. If we get these two people, it will be good.
Yeah, you have a very nice car, huh? Somebody is. Yeah, no problem, bro. I will wait for you for a little while now. I don't want to cut you off, but you have to call first, finish what you're doing, and I'll be here just waiting for you to say what you want to say before I leave. Anyways, let me in the meantime while I'm don't feel bad. You can cut me off if you finish calling. Let me see. Let me see if I have any breaking news. Pies. Dodgers. Okay. Michael Olise. I don't know what's going on here with my mouse not working good. Midfield Cesar Caicedo has completed his move to the other team. I agree. Midfield.
He's gone to Leicester.
Yes. Oh, you already back?
Yes, he's gone to Leicester, right?
Yes.
I hear.
Okay, just finish what you were saying.
Yeah. I that's all I wanted to say. I wanted to chip in just real quick for 1 minute and share with the community the joy of the potential of getting these three folks, Caicedo, Lavia, and Olise. These three are going to really activate both the midfield and the attack. I know that folks have been talking about the potential of getting a striker, another all-out striker, but I feel like Jackson might do the job, and then we'll wait for Broja to be healed and also to join the team, and then we'll see, because you can't do much if you have a Broja there, and he may have the potential as well. But with the midfield really clicking, I really cross my fingers that Lavia is really truly coming to Chelsea. If he is, and we got Olise as well, it's a game changer. As somebody has said, the deepest sympathy guy has said, it's a game changer for Chelsea, and I can't be excited enough.
Yeah, I think you are in some kind of places. So you finish what you're doing, my brother. I have to leave because I have some other stuff to do. But God bless you, everybody. No more comment in the section. So thank you so much for watching. Put your notification on, and we will be back probably tonight at some point if I have time. Go on the Green Turf YouTube channel and also on the GFC YouTube channel, and try to watch some more videos. A video about Michael Olise is coming your way, and also about Lavia. So God bless, and I will see you next time.